For the creative assignment about mitosis and meiosis, I decided to use Gary's mod as a way to visually represent and compare the processes cells undergo for cell division. There are two types of cell division, mitosis and meiosis. Mitosis only happens in somatic cells, such as skin cells and brain cells, while meiosis only happens in gametes, such as sperm and eggs. The two share very similar processes, but ultimately lead to different results. Let me begin with the phase they both start in, interphase. In interphase, the cell undergoes rapid growth and prepares itself for cell division. It also goes through synthesis, which is the duplication of the cell's chromosomes. In mitosis, once the cell has grown enough and duplicated its chromosomes, it will enter the prophase. In prophase, the chromosomes condense and become more visible. Then the nuclear membrane melts away, and the centrioles move to opposite ends of the cell. Then the cell enters metaphase. The chromosomes then line up at the equatorial plate, and the centrioles attach spindle fibers to the centromere of each chromosome, in preparation for anaphase. During anaphase, the duplicated chromosomes divide at their centromere and move to opposite ends. Then in telophase and cytokinesis, the spindle fibers dissolve, the chromosomes will lengthen, the nucleus reforms, and the cell body divides. Mitosis ended with two daughter cells, each with 46 chromosomes. Meiosis goes through similar processes, but has a lot more variation and ends up with 4 cells, with each only having 23 chromosomes. Not only that, but the cell divides twice. Let me show you what I mean. Here, in the first cycle of meiosis, the cell goes through prophase 1, which is when the chromosomes condense, but also go through something called crossing over, which is when two homologous chromosomes get really close together and exchange genetic information. The process of meiosis 1 is generally the same as it was during mitosis, except for things like the pairing of homologous chromosomes in metaphase 1. Then, during meiosis 2, the cycle continues in its goal to create more variation from the products of meiosis 1. In summary, mitosis only happens in body cells. Meiosis only happens in sex cells. Division happens twice in meiosis. Daughter cells end up with half as many chromosomes than they started in meiosis. Crossing over creates much variation in meiosis, and splitting of the products of the first division in meiosis creates even more variation for the resulting daughter cells.